Welcome back to the Deep Dive.
Glad to be here.
Today we're digging deeper into the teachings of Buddhist Master Lu. We touched on his work back in episode 1, if you remember.
That's right.
And our main focus this time is a specific text. Use the 5 powers to seek one's inherent nature.
It's a really foundational piece for understanding this aspect of his teaching.
Yeah, so we're going to try and unpack these 5 powers he talks about, and importantly, see how they connect to, our actual lives day to day.
Makes sense. So Master Lu kind of sets the stage right at the beginning. He writes, let me read this bit. Now, I will talk about the 5 powers. The purpose of learning Buddhism and of practicing and cultivating the mind is to discover our inherent nature.
Okay. Discovering our inherent nature. That's the goal.
Right. And he continues, to do this requires us to verify by ourselves. What this means is that if you want to find your inherent nature, you must use the 5 powers.
Verify by ourselves, using these 5 powers. Okay, so what's the first one? Faith.
Exactly. The power of faith. It sounds simple, but there's depth there.
What does he specifically say about it?
He explains, the power of faith. This is the power of firm and genuine belief.
Firm and genuine, okay.
If someone lacks confidence in what they do, and therefore does not have the power of faith, they will not succeed in anything they do at all.
Wow, okay. That's quite direct. No faith, no success.
It underlines its importance. He finishes, the power of faith can dispel doubt so that you will not waver.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? How often does a lack of belief, just that little nagging doubt, stop us?
All the time.
Like maybe you want to, I don't know, start a new project or learn something new, but if deep down you're thinking, I can't really do this.
Yeah, that doubt just chips away at your motivation, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Every small setback feels like proof you were right to doubt.
Exactly. Whereas if you have that firm belief he talks about.
Then those setbacks become challenges to overcome, not reasons to quit. That faith provides a kind of resilience. It keeps you steady.
So it's the foundation. But belief alone isn't, well, it's not magic, right? You need more.
Absolutely. And that leads directly to the second power, the power of efforts.
Makes sense. Faith needs fuel. What's the core idea here?
Master Lu puts it like this. The power of efforts. This is the power of diligence. Diligence, consistent work.
Okay.
If you want to learn a bit of everything, you will succeed in nothing. That's a key warning there.
Oh, yeah. That hits home in today's world. It's so easy to get scattered.
And he finishes, only then can you recover from what ails you, suggesting effort is needed, especially when facing difficulty.
So it's not just about believing you can, say, get fit, but actually, doing the workouts, eating right, consistently.
Precisely. Belief points the way, but effort walks the path. And his point about focus is critical.
Right. Trying to learn 5 instruments at once versus really dedicating yourself to one.
You'll likely make much more progress with focused effort. Diluting your energy means you don't build momentum anywhere. It's about persistence, especially when things get tough. You might even need more effort then.
Okay, so we need faith as the foundation and then sustained, focused effort. What's next in the mix?
The third power is mindfulness, the power of mindfulness.
Mindfulness. That's a word we hear a lot these days. How does Master Lu frame it?
He says, the power of mindfulness. This is about your thoughts, which are especially important.
Our thoughts. So our intentions, what's going on inside.
Exactly. He elaborates, you will lose your power of mindfulness and fail to find and verify your inherent nature. If your mind is scattered or your intentions aren't, let's say, pure.
It's interesting, like doing something helpful, but maybe doing it just to look good. That's different internally from doing it out of genuine kindness.
Very different. The outward action might seem the same, but the internal state, the mindfulness behind it, shapes the experience and its effect on you.
It makes you think about how often we just go through the motions. Are we really present in conversations or just waiting to talk?
That's a perfect example. Are you really listening? What's the intention behind your work? Is it just about the paycheck, or is there a deeper sense of purpose, even in small tasks? Mindfulness brings that awareness.
Being aware, being present. That sounds like it leads naturally to the next power, concentration.
It does. They're very connected.
Yeah.
The fourth is the power of concentration.
How's that defined?
Master Lu says, the power of concentration. This is the power of right concentration. Again, that qualifier right.
Guided by the right things, maybe that faith we started with.
Exactly. He continues, the power of concentration can dispel every distracting thought, enabling the mind to be calm.
Okay, so mindfulness makes you aware of your thoughts, and concentration helps you focus them and quiet the noise.
Yes. It builds on that awareness. Once you see where your mind is going, concentration is the ability to gently dial it back, to stay focused on what's important.
Like trying to have a serious conversation while checking your phone notifications, the concentration just isn't there.
Right. And it hinders understanding, connection, everything. Whether it's a work task, a conversation, or your inner cultivation, distractions fragment your energy.
So, right concentration built on faith, fueled by effort, and aware through mindfulness brings calm, mental clarity.
Precisely. It helps settle the mind, cutting through that constant chatter and allowing for deeper focus and peace.
Okay, that's 4.
Let's take a short break. When we come back, we'll explore the fifth and final power.
Faith, effort, mindfulness, concentration. What's the final piece? Wisdom.
The fifth power, the power of wisdom.
And I bet there's a nuance here too, not just being clever.
Definitely not. Master Lu distinguishes it clearly. He writes, the power of wisdom. Wisdom includes the right wisdom. There's that right again.
Okay, what makes it?
Well, he contrasts it with intelligence used poorly. He says some intelligent people, like maybe scientists developing harmful things, will only create negative karma.
Ah, so it's about ethics, understanding consequences, not just knowledge, but knowing how and why to use it.
Exactly. It's intelligence guided by ethical understanding, by compassion, by an awareness of interconnectedness.
That makes sense. Knowledge without that ethical grounding can be dangerous.
Very much so. And Master Lu adds another important point about wisdom later. He says, to find your inherent nature and verify whether your cultivation of the mind is on the right path, you must possess these 5 powers.
All 5 working together.
Yes. And then he adds, but that's impossible because the Buddha Dharma is incomparably profound and beyond comprehension with our level of wisdom.
So it's a journey. Our current wisdom isn't the end point.
Right. It suggests that true wisdom, the kind needed to fully grasp our inherent nature, isn't just intellectual. It unfolds through the practice of all 5 powers. It's an ongoing cultivation.
These 5 powers really seem to build on each other then. Faith leads to effort, which needs mindfulness, which is sharpened by concentration, all guided and deepened by wisdom.
That's a great way to put it. They're interconnected. And Master Lu uses an analogy to show what happens if they're missing.
Oh, yeah. What's the analogy?
He says, if a person does not have the 5 powers, it's like using a mirror to reflect one's shadow.
Reflecting a shadow.
Rather, grasp at the inherent nature from within.
Wow. So looking outward at achievements or how things appear, that's just like looking at a shadow in a mirror. It's not the real substance.
That's the idea. The reflection might look like you, but it's not you. Your inherent nature isn't found in those external reflections.
It has to be an internal search. Grasping from within, using these 5 powers.
Exactly. That's where the real work lies. It's an inside job, cultivating these qualities within yourself.
And does he mention needing help on this path? It sounds quite challenging.
He does address guidance. He advises, when learning Buddhism and cultivating the mind, you must follow a master closely.
Follow a guide, a teacher.
So whether you can make good progress in your cultivation is entirely in your hands.
So guidance is important, like having a mentor or sticking to a proven path in any learning process. It helps avoid confusion.
Yes, it provides structure and direction.
But ultimately, it's still down to you, your effort, your commitment. The guide can show the way, but you have to walk it.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Personal responsibility remains key. And just on a related note, we should probably mention that this whole deep dive project is nonprofit.
Right. Good point. We're just here to share these ideas and explore them together.
Our aim is just to make these kinds of teachings accessible and hopefully prompt some useful reflection.
So, wrapping up this exploration of the 5 powers, faith, effort, mindfulness, concentration, and wisdom, they really are presented as a kind of toolkit, aren't they?
A toolkit for self-discovery, yeah. For understanding that inherent nature Master Lu talks about.
And crucially, they're not just abstract ideas for monks on mountains. They seem very applicable to everyday challenges and goals.
Absolutely. Cultivating even one of these more intentionally can make a real difference in how you experience your life.
We really encourage you, the listener, to maybe reflect on these 5 powers in your own context. Where do you feel strong? Where might you focus a bit more attention?
And if you want to read the full text or explore more, do check out the show notes. We'll put links and resources there.
Yeah, and please feel free to email us too. If you have questions or if there are other topics you'd like us to, dive into in the future, let us know.
We'd love to hear from you. And maybe, just as a final thought to leave you with,
Go ahead.
consider your life right now. Which one of these 5 powers, faith, effort, mindfulness, concentration, or wisdom, if you consciously decided to nurture it just a little bit more starting today, which one do you sense could create the most significant positive shift for you?